Hi, welcome back to Ben Keenan Just Can't Stop Talking, the 10-ish minute news and culture show where we talk about everything that happened so that you're a little bit smarter about a lot of things. It is Wednesday, March 17th. Happy St. Patty's Day. I'm in a green sweatshirt because you can't pinch me, and I'm wearing red hair because that's just my hair. I apologize in advance for how my voice sounds. I celebrated St. Patty's on Saturday, and then Sunday I had no voice, and it's Monday now, and you can hear how I sound. So do with that information what you will. By now, you know the drill. We're going to talk about everything that happened over the past 24 hours. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Conan O'Brien will return to host the Oscars in 2026, which actually isn't bad. I don't care, right? Like, I liked him. He did a competent job, which is pretty much what you can ask from hosts of these big award shows nowadays, is to do a competent job. I mean, Nikki Glaser absolutely killed it, and I'm excited for her again, but everyone else is fine. Some other people have been bad, and I just don't want bad. Fine will do for some of these shows. Forever 21 may allegedly be shutting down its U.S. stores after filing for bankruptcy for the second time in 6 years. According to the company's chief financial officer, the brand has been, quote, unable to find a sustainable path forward given competition from foreign fast fashion companies. And we all know he's talking about Shein, right? Just say Shein. If you're going to go down underneath, just name the name. A new NBC poll shows that Trump's approval rating at its highest point ever today at 47%. But it should be noted that that is still underwater, given that his unpopularity number is 51%. So even at Trump's best point ever, his most popular point ever, he is still 4% more unpopular than he is popular. All we're seeing is this means that more people are decided about how they feel. There are less undecided, not sure people in the middle. Anyway, that's hilarious to me that his highest popularity is still not high enough to beat his unpopularity score. So Orville Peck, the singer who wears like the frilly mask and he has the big cowboy hat, you know who I'm talking about, right? Well, he's going to go maskless as he joins the cast of Cabaret at the Kit Kat Club on Broadway as Emcee. And I'm not going to look this up, so don't quote me, but isn't that the role that Eddie Redmayne had? And he was like pulling up the hat and dancing around kind of like a gesture. Is that who I'm thinking of? Harvard University announced that tuition will be free for students from families with annual incomes of $200,000 or less starting in the 2025-2026 academic year, aka this fall. I love it. I think that we should be offering, especially in schools like this that have massive endowments, students who aren't able to afford this full ride tuition. I think that that is important because we're bringing people from underprivileged communities who are academically smart enough to come into here and providing them with an education so that they can make our country better. It's better to have a diverse coalition of students who come from different backgrounds. That helps everyone. Now, none of you go around and start getting pissed off and suing people, okay? Model Karlie Kloss and her husband, Joshua Kushner, yes, the brother of Jared Kushner, aka now the brother-in-law of Ivanka Trump. Well, Karlie Kloss and her husband are expecting their third baby. Miley Cyrus has started teasing a new music era called Something Beautiful, and the pics are like this black and white shadow outline with crazy like fiber optic-y looking hair. And I wonder if this isn't like a futuristic EDM style era, because it doesn't really feel like rock or pop to me. And like, what else is Miley up to, you know? Beyonce has officially announced her show in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium for July 25th, accompanied by a press release from Live Nation confirming that the Cowboy Carter tour is 94% sold out, working to squash recent rumors that she was struggling to sell tickets. Beyonce doesn't struggle. Kali Uchis has announced her 5th studio album called Sincerely.
I dream of a home that even time will lie down and be still for. A place where everything works out the way it should. Sincerely.
So the NCAA March Madness tournament brackets came out yesterday, and West Virginia University wasn't included. Okay, you didn't make the cut. I'm so sorry. Now, the governor of West Virginia announced that he's actually taking legal action against the NCAA selection committee over what he calls a West Virginia University snub, saying that it's a, quote, miscarriage of justice and robbery at the highest level.
And I've asked Attorney General McCuskey to launch an investigation into the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee to determine if any backroom deals, corruption, bribes, or any nefarious activity occurred during the selection process. I know that the Attorney General and I are going to leave no stone unturned during this process.
To me, it's giving cry harder and go Zags. PepsiCo, like the big parent company that owns all of Pepsi, well, they bought prebiotic pop brand Poppy. KFC has announced that starting today, customers can get their hands on a new item called mashed potato poppers, which is coming to the US for the first time. And if you look at the picture, it looks like basically hush puppies, but made with mashed potatoes, and you can dip it in a gravy cup. So I love that. I'm obsessed with it and I'm drooling. Texas's Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton announced his first arrest of an abortion provider in the state following Texas's 2022 near ban on abortion. The midwife who performed the operation could now face life in prison, a minimum of a $100,000 fine, and the loss of her license. When I tell you that this is going to continue to be a big story, especially now that we're going to continue to see states do this and do like irreprehensible harm to women across the country, do not look away. Keep making noise about this stuff. I beg you, do not let it go by the wayside just because it didn't happen to you or you live in a blue state. And finally, Pod Save America host John Lovett announced his engagement to Ari Schwartz, who is the chief of staff of the company. And I'll be the one to say it, even though I listen to Pod Save America a lot, I had no idea that John Lovett was dating somebody within the company, let alone that close to being engaged. But congrats, John. And that's it. That's all the news of today. Thank you again for listening. I will be back tomorrow with more news. If you cannot wait until then, you can find me on social media. I'm on TikTok and YouTube at I've Been Traveling. I'm on Instagram and Threads at Ben Keenan. You can find me here on the podcast at Ben Keenan Just Can't Stop Talking on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And that's it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, send it to your lover, send it to your enemies. I don't care. Do something. All right. Bye.